It was a dark night in the dead of winter, when the terrible howl resounded for the first time. No strangers to wolves, the men quickly assembled a hunting party. The few who returned, bloodied and terrified, spoke of a monster, a werewolf, hungry for human flesh. The townsfolk turned to the mayor, once a famed warrior, but they found his house dark and abandoned. Did he abandon his kin to the mercy of the monster? Or had some other darker fate befallen him? As the beast prowled the woods, many wondered, what does it want? Where did it come from? And most of all, how to put an end to this nightmare. But there were a few who knew their fates were, for various reasons, tied to the monster. And so, the threads of destiny became interwoven for the first time.
Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Boardmasters with me, Chris Mullins, and I'm joined once again by my beautiful wife, Stacey. And tonight we will be playing through Destinies by Lucky Duck Games, which is the brand new one which hit the doorstep this week. And I'm super excited by it. And you weren't until I put Quackalope's video on. And very subtly of me to try it, have it in the background and try and lure you into his excitement.
Yeah, and he was very, very excited, wasn't he?
He certainly was.
To the point of almost couldn't understand what he was saying at some points. He was that excited.
I know. I mean, it was good fun and it did the job for me. So thank you very much for that, Jessie. So let's dive in. I think we should probably obviously give a spoiler warning at this point. This is a very highly narrative game. So although we're not going to unveil the destinies at any point, you will obviously see what's on the map and what things come from various interactions. So you will get an idea of the game before you play it if you're looking to do that. So obligatory warning there. And with that said, what character would you like to be, Stace?
So this time we can be a noble, a witch, or a huntsman. So I'm going to choose to be the noble.
Okay. And I'm going to be the witch, I think. And this is the Nature of the Beast quest, I believe it's called, which is the standalone quest that you have the option of at the beginning. I'll give you that so you can set yours up while I explain. So within the game, there's 5 scenarios. So there's one which is standalone, and then there's 4 others which are meant to be played as a campaign. And that's in the core box. Obviously, there's another 3, I believe, in the Sea and Sands expansion. And yeah, that's basically it. We're going to be playing through the initial standalone one, which obviously has a lot to do with hunting a werewolf. So how are you getting on over there?
So I put my intelligence, my dexterity and power things in. I got to take a coin, exhaust all of my things anyway. And character bonus, I need to take a sword, which is number 14 as my starting item, please.
Number 14. There you are.
Thank you.
Okay.
So that's mine done.
So I've taken a coin and already exhausted my die. My bonus is a talisman, which is item number 6. What does your sword give you as a bonus, Stace?
So in a power test, don't roll any dice at all. Instead, my total roll will equal 10. So as long as I have...
And that's a single use, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and my one, I get +3 successes in a test where I got 0. So if I have a terrible roll and get nothing, I can automatically give myself 3. And again, that's a single use one. 5, 7 and 11. So that is the characters set up. Okay, so we need to now set up the town. So the western part of the town, the church welcomes all. The town hall is locked and barred. So if you can find the church priest, I think he was on the left earlier. He was pointing, wasn't he?
This one, isn't it?
Yes. These minis are ultra tiny and cute.
But sometimes difficult to tell between them.
It can be difficult to find the specific one you want.
Yeah.
Because we're still not 100% sure, to be honest, if our characters have minis, are we?
No, because the app
It doesn't actually specify. Okay, so we just lay tile 23, which is the eastern part of town where the smith and the inn can be found.
So what do we want? Nothing.
Nothing on that one, because these are all unexplored at the minute. So tile 11, the hills to the village where the stone circle stands. 25.
Pretty sure that is the witch one.
It probably is.
To be honest.
Oh, yeah, 25. So we lay that. The road through the forest used to be much safer. And then to the north, tile number 16, a wolf howls somewhere in the meadow. Okay. Day 1, noble. We can use it if you want. If you can
Well,
spot something that kind of resembles your noble. I'm sure we were supposed to have minis because I'm sure Rodney Smith had them in his Watch It Played. But I don't think it really matters if you just pick something that looks. You've got a very floppy hat, if that helps.
Well, yeah, that's what I was looking for, but I didn't know.
It looks like that guy to me.
Might be that guy. So we'll play as that guy.
We'll go with it.
We'll go with it.
Okay. And there you go.
Right. So day 1, refresh and effort die. Okay. So map the church. So I could go. Well, I'm going to see the church. Visit the church. Yes. Loudest.
Yeah.
So, the church gathers the faithful every day since the beast attacked. Some see the beast as divine punishment. Most believe it can't step onto the sacred ground. With so many eager to repent for their sins, the offering box is always full, and the priest approaches you as you enter, and he seems distracted. So we can either pray, steal the money from the offering box, ask what troubles him, ask the priest about your destiny. So I'm going to pray. Your convictions and conscience are clear. The prayer fills you with no determination. Refresh all of my effort die. I'm going to ask what troubles him. Friend, I have a dilemma, he confesses. I tend to visit the Romany camp to spread the word of Christ among them. Now my trouble is twofold. First, I won't attempt it without permission from their fortune teller, otherwise it will be pointless to even try. And second, well, now amid these hellish events, I'm not sure whether I'm prepared to spread the good news anymore.
That's great, because we played this earlier and you were the witch and did that option, and it was a very different conversation, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I think he was very unwilling to talk to you. I'm sure he was.
At the beginning, but when I went up to him, he was okay.
Yeah, but that initial chat he treated you very differently as a noble than he did as a witch.
Okay, so I can encourage him. So to encourage him, I need to roll my intelligent dice. So I've got 1 at 5 and 7. So I'm gonna do a couple of efforts here, I think.
Yeah, because you never know, you might get lucky and get all the way up to 11 and 12.
So I've got 6, 9, 10.
Oh, 1 short.
So 1 short, but at least I've got 2. And confirm. Do you really think so? The priest is still torn, but your arguments seem to work. So be it then. As soon as the fortune teller agrees to see me, I'll pay her a visit. Okay, I'm going to ask the priest about my destiny, but I'll just...
I was going to say, have you checked your destinies yet? I did mine while you were going through your go. I like the fact you had 2 destinies to work your way through, and basically the aim of the game is that whoever is able to complete one of their destinies and then complete the finale is the winner. So you're not directly working against each other throughout the game. So there's nothing I can do that's going to block Stace's destiny necessarily. I mean, if she's looking for certain items and I happen to do those events that give those items, then that may hinder her slightly. But other than that, it's very little interaction between us.
Yeah.
Right, so refresh and effort die, as always, at the start of a new day. Right, I think I'm gonna go explore the tile to the south. So the road through the forest used to be much safer. So an old road skirts the forest edge. Okay, so then we need tile number 42. Which goes there. The wolves howl, the forest does not welcome you. And then tile number 4. Few ventured this far into the woods, and fewer still with the beast around. And we have a fat monk slowly making his way through the thick snow. And yeah, again, interesting. When we played earlier at this point, the beast came onto this tile, didn't he, with you? So I'm going to go and visit... Oh, he's a lost monk, not a fat monk this time. He was a... Okay. Humming a happy tune, a fat monk trudges through the snow. Red-faced, with his tonsure glistening in the winter sun, he waves at you and smiles as you approach. It seems as though he's drinking wine from his water skin. Care to help a fellow traveller? I'm going to ask him what he's doing alone in the wilderness. Sometimes one's purpose is just to be a stranger in need, he answers cryptically, then smiles and reaches into his bag. Would you care for a bite? He offers some bread and smoked fish. So I refresh another one of my die, and I gain some food. And that allows me to refresh up to 2 effort die. Okay, and so let's help him brave the snow. So I'm doing a power test. I've got ones at 5, 7 and 11. I think I'm going to go with 3 die in the hope that I can get to 7. Which I do. Bang on. So I got 2 successes. The snow is deep and the monk is short. After making slow progress for a while, you decide to clear the way for him, at least until you reach a proper path. You're both cold and tired as you reach friendlier terrain, but you succeed. The monk sits down on a fallen tree trunk, catching his breath. Tell me, he says, do you believe in fate? Well, I suppose this game is all about destinies, isn't it? So,
I think it'd be silly to press no.
Wise, he laughs. Many threads of destiny are being spun right now, waiting to be entangled or woven into a new tapestry. Keep an eye on yours. Okay. The monk smiles. Say, could you bring me a stick from that forest over there? The question comes out of nowhere, catching you by surprise. If I had a proper staff, I'd manage on my own from here. I'm going to ask the monk about my destiny. And to do that, you scan the QR code of the destiny you want to talk to him about. And there are rumours about some dark dealings in the mausoleum by the ruins. Okay. So let's go and search for a good stick for him. So again, I want to get to 7. So I'll use my other effort dice here. And I didn't, I only got to 5. So I only had 1 success. Soon you return with a proper sturdy stick. Shocked, you see the monk is no longer there. You look around, nothing, not even footprints in the snow. There is no trace of the jolly monk, just a silver cross lying in the snow. You would swear you hear his laughter as you touch the crucifix. So crucifix is number 30. That's a holy silver item, and this one, on the start of my turn, I may exhaust an effort die to improve my intelligence skill, and I can do that whenever well, forever. I don't have to discard it after a single use. The monk is gone without a trace. What a strange man. Remove the monk. My turn ends. Back to the noble woman. Wow.
Noble man. Okay.
Well, I was thinking you're the woman part.
So, drawn by rumours of the monster, the bishop himself arrives in town. He takes up residence in the church and is said that he offers a reward to anyone who slays the wolf, threatening the faithful, and he believes them to be in league with the beast. So the priest was seen travelling east towards the crossroads, burdened by some troubling dilemma. So we need to bring the priest in because we no longer have our priest. He's gone to the crossroads.
To the Romany camp on his way.
Okay. So I can now decide to go and speak to him, or I'm going to go to this tile, I think.
Going up to the stone circle.
Stone circle to start with. The wind sings through the ancient stones, chilling you to the bone. Okay, so we need number 10 in the top left corner now.
What does it say?
The ruins of the old abbey lie in this direction.
Oh, okay.
And then need to put one of that on the standing stones.
On the circle of stones.
Okay, so I'm going to go and find out what's at the standing stones.
Okay.
So ancient symbols carved into the stones are faded, but there's still power here. The townsfolk fear and avoid this place. I'm going to search the circle.
Okay.
So this is for dexterity. I've got one at 6 and one at 8.
That's a tougher one.
I might use all of my dice because I've got 2.
Okay.
So they're really well. So I've got 6, 9, 10. So at least I've got 2. Confirm. So many tracks, unusual for this place, that it's usually deserted. Drops of dried blood, marks of flame on stone and earth, remnants of a protective salt circle and still remain. A bit broken. You managed to salvage some of the salt, so I gain a salt, which is 68. Okay. And that gives me, if I get both at the same value on my white die, then I can move one of my little counters.
Oh, I do. So it gives you a free training point, basically.
Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to meditate. So I've got 5 and 7 there. So we'll just see what I get with my white die. So I've only got 3, so there's nothing there.
Okay.
So I've got... You close your eyes, touching the icy rock, feeling the traces of ages on it. There's darkness in this place, brought here by vitriol, disrupting my meditation. Glimpses of visions cross the mind, and rats feast, scythes and sword rise, flames consume all. You understand nothing but the terror. You leave in a hurry with a lingering feeling that there's more to be seen here. So I lose one of my points, but I do gain an experience, and I've exhausted all my die already.
Okay.
So my turn now ends.
Right. Refresh an effort die. The missing mayor is the main topic of town gossip. Some blame his disappearance on his wife, who is widely distrusted. She's a strange woman who is rumoured to dabble in the arcane arts. The sorceress, some called her behind her back. When he disappeared, so did she. Okay. Right, well, I think I'm going to take the opportunity. I'm going to visit the bishop. So we've already heard the flavour text for the church. I am going to pray. Your convictions and your conscience are clear. The prayer fills you with new determination. Refresh on my effort die. Oh, the only bit we haven't heard is the bishop has taken over and made the church his own. So far, no one has earned his reward. Well, I haven't killed the wolves, so this seems like a waste of time for me because I'm not going to be stealing. So I would just end my turn there. I was hoping there would be something a bit more productive by speaking to him.
Okay, so the beast attacks. The grounds about the noble's manor to the northeast become the scene of slaughter. Men and animals lie alike dead, and the manor gates are shut.
Ooh.
And the town hall is hastily transformed into a field hospital, and the victims are lucky a doctor was passing through.
So we're going to need a doctor.
So we need the doctor in the town hall. That's him. Okay. So I'm going to go and see the doctor then.
Okay.
Let's see. So, screams of agony greet you in the dim town hall. Turned into a hospital overnight, is now a place of blood and death. A dozen inhabitants wounded by the beast are howling in pain, while those who were spared are doing what they can to help them get back on their feet or ease their pain. The doctor, a new arrival from the city, sits by the entrance, regaining what strength he has. Okay, so I'm going to try and assist the doctor. I don't really have any supplies I can give him because I can't really give him any salt. That's not going to help.
No, probably not in a field hospital.
So I'm going to try with my dice. I've got one at 6 and one at 7. So 4. So no, that just gives me the 1 success.
Okay.
But what I can do is in the second move that down.
Yeah.
So just 1 success, but I'll move that down because I've got 2 lots of 2.
Mm-hmm.
The blood, the pus, the viscera and screams. Oh, those screams, it's too much for you. Run out of the town hall in horror. Okay, so I just gained an experience point and I haven't gained anything else, sadly.
No, we haven't lost anything either because you had to exhaust that die anyway.
No, that noble conviction of mine is not good for a field hospital.
No.
Sadly.
Right, well, I don't have any supplies that can probably benefit it either. So all my die are already refreshed from praying. The beast was seen running towards the woods. It moved inhumanely fast. Right, so we need the beast.
Beast out.
Yeah, he is down here.
Bloody.
Yes, intimidating creature. Right, I am going to go to the east. The eastern part of town where the smith and the inn can be found. Explore the tile.
Is this one?
Yeah. And then if you can move me across that. So this part of town houses the inn and the craftsman's dwellings. Usually it's teeming with life. Now the street is empty. And then we need tile number 52, which is the hanging tree. Other way. Hanging tree where the two, two roads meet. And then we need 54 to the north, which is the fields of frozen solid. Many find comfort in the inn, always warm and welcoming. And then we have the smith, and the workshop radiates heat. The smith is hard at work, and the mayor's house stands empty. What happened here?
No, he was that one, wasn't he, before?
Yes. Perfect. Okay, I am going to go to the smith. So now we have a trader, we need to set up the smith's shop. So we need 2 hatchets, which is number 5. We need 2 lockpicks, which is number 10. We need 2 swords, which are number 14. One trap, which is number 16. And a crossbow, which is number 27. Oh, you've already got the trading thing out?
Yeah.
You're so organised. Okay. So, I'm going to take a look at his wares, and I am going to buy a lockpick for 1 gold, for 1 coin. Do I want to steal anything? No, dexterity is not my strength. Ask him about my destiny. The innkeeper fears something has happened to his supplier. Okay. Oh, I should have read the flavour text for the smith, so apologies for that. The smith is extremely busy. Apart from his regular work, the appearance of the beast has caused many frightened townsfolk to seek out protective amulets and charms. Fortunately for you, he is well versed in working with silver. For we all know, werewolves and silver do not mix.
Mm-hmm.
So on to you.
Okay, so I'm going to... Husband of a witch, son of a witch, nothing good could come from this, says about the missing mayor. Others claim the sorceress summoned the beast to kill him as she hid in the dark woods.
Mm.
Okay, so...
Does that mean he's my son then?
Don't know.
As I'm a witch.
Okay, so I'm in the middle here at the moment, so
Yes.
I'm going to go to the abbey,
The
corner,
ruins?
the ruins, because I can move 1 to the left and then 1 up.
Yeah.
So an abbey stood here once, now nothing but wind-blasted ruins remain. So the ruins, ominous as they might look, radiate calm. That's the ruined abbey. And the mausoleum. Sorry.
Mausoleum.
Time has not been kind to it. So I'm going to go to the abbey. So not much is left of the abbey, just a crumbling ruin lost in a snowy hill. By some miracle, some cracked stained glass in a remaining window is partially preserved. The rare winter sun gives life to its vibrant colour, and masterfully crafted, it must have been magnificent in the abbey's glory days. So I'm going to look at the stained glass.
Okay.
So
it's an intelligence test.
Oh, keep on sticking to me. I'm going to use a couple of these.
Your experience?
So for each experience point, you can move your little dots 2 to the left for each one of these.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move this one here, and I'm going to use this one to move this down 2 as well.
Yeah.
So now I've got...
You could move 2 separate ones, 1 each, if you wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Or 1 by 2, yeah.
So I'm just going to make it nice and easy. So I'm going to use 2 dice.
And hope for a
They've
5.
So I've got 4 and 2, so that means I've got both of them.
Perfect.
So the figures vibrant in the rays of sun move as if alive. 3 knights burdened with chains walk a long winding path, and at the end an angel waits. As you try to focus on it, a shadow briefly falls over the ruin. A piece of glass is missing where the angel's face should be. You shiver and fall to your knees, burdened with knowledge you don't yet understand.
Okay.
So I gain an experience.
I think the whole premise of the game is that there's some angel of death coming, so I wonder if that...
The shadow.
The angel with the missing face
Yeah.
is that angel of death.
So I'm going to search the ruin now, so it's using my dexterity. So I'm going to use my experience point I just gained to move each one down. And then I'm going to use my effort die this time, which is an extra one. So I got one at 5 and one at 7. So I've got 4, 7, I've got 8, so I've got both of those. So can it be the tabernacle is left intact? It seems unlocked, but ages of disuse have jammed the hinges shut. So I can refresh one of my die.
Oh, perfect. So you just get that one back.
Okay. I can open it
Yeah.
with the power, but I'm just a little bit worried that I don't really have, unless I can... Oh yeah, there you go. So I could discard my sword to get it open.
You could do.
So pry it open. Let's try. I pry it open with my sword.
I don't think you do it that way.
No?
No, that would use the sword. That wouldn't use its ability. That would be like using it in an... So if you were doing a fight, you would scan the sword.
Okay.
So you would do it as a test.
Pull it hard.
Yeah, because it's in
And then I've got 10, so it just
in a
means I've
power
got-
test.
Yeah, okay.
So that
So
sword is now out of the game.
2.
Mhm.
Confirm. You pull it with all your strength and it finally relents. There's a chalice inside. Its surface shiny as only silver can.
Oh.
How long has it been here? Forgotten by all. So take the chalice, or take the chalice but leave an offering in return of 2 gold. Well, I don't even have 2 to give, so I'm just going to have to take the chalice.
Okie doke.
So it's 33, please.
Right.
You take the silver chalice. Who find a better use for it than you? And yet you feel uneasy. Maybe the chalice was long since forgotten, but your conscience still gnaws at you. So I've now exhausted my die because of that. So the chalice allows me in every intelligent test I may roll, or I may set one of my effort dice to any face that I wish. So it's always
ideal.
good because I can get at least 1 experience.
1 free success.
Yes, yeah.
Or if you're short by...
a certain number, I can set it at a certain
ideal.
number. Okay, so that's the end of my turn. Walking back from the abbey, you find a patch of fresh herbs growing from a sunlit patch of ground. You take it as a good sign, and I gain herbs which are number 11.
Oh, number 11. So it's number 10.
And we need to remove the abbey.
Remove the abbey.
From the board.
Okay, back to me. I still have all my effort die. I'm going to go to the inn because the smith mentioned about the innkeeper. The townsfolk inside are busy discussing current events. In the days of the beast, there's much to talk about, but they fall silent as you join them, and they quickly make their excuses. Rumours of your interest in the monster are spreading. Someone pushes a talisman into your hand. It protects you from evil, they say, almost apologetically. Oh, so I got myself a second talisman. Okay. The inn is warm and welcoming, despite the air of anxiety caused by the monster's arrival. Hunting trophies cover the walls, mementos of the innkeeper's past. Townsfolk exchange rumours in hushed voices. The innkeeper seems distraught. When you ask, he explains that his trading partner, carrying a substantial amount of coin, is days late. The path through the woods is growing dangerous, he explains, and I'm not sure about the inn's future if I don't get the money soon. Right. Well, I've got no gold, so I can't do anything there. I don't really have any items that I think are worth asking him about. So I may as well just ask him about my destiny. I could help you, ponders the innkeeper, but I can't leave my business before my money problem is solved. Right, so I either need to find his mate or I need to give him 5 gold, I guess. But that is my turn. I'm having some very inefficient turns here. I'm not getting much done.
Okay, so I'll go to the Monastery.
Mausoleum?
I can never say it, sorry. So, as I approach it, noticing old but still visible footprints in the snow. Someone must have been here recently. Time has not been kind to the structure, leaving the stones crumbling and the entrance wide open. The interior was robbed and desecrated long ago, but the cover of the sarcophagus is broken and cast aside. But a few forgotten coins glitter among the bones. Yet you have a strange feeling that there must be more to this place. So I can steal the coins. Oh no, just want to steal the coins. It doesn't feel right stealing from the dead. This is desperate times, you tell yourself in a vain attempt to feel better. So I've gained 2. And I can now search it. I've got 3 and 5. Let's see. With effort, I can set that to roll anyway. So if I don't get it here, then I can use that die anyway.
You still have to exhaust it.
Yeah. So I've got those 2 anyway, and so I've got 3.
Yeah.
2, 3. Confirm. So some old valuables overlooked by past thieves still glitter among the rubble, but what's this? You find a pathway hidden behind the sarcophagus and masked with briars. Narrow stairs lead downwards. Refresh one of your die. Okay. And as you descend, you notice the occult symbols marking the walls of the burial, the vault. At the bottom of the stairs, you find a door, heavy and banded with iron. Another set of sigils mark it, and the lock is well made and sturdy.
So Stace decided not to attempt to break into the mausoleum door and ended her turn for the day. And we are going to leave the video there because we've gone for, I think, about 35 minutes. And we don't want to get too far into it because then you're really getting into spoiler territory because you start getting a good idea of the Destinies. And we just wanted to give an idea of the gameplay.
Yeah.
But how are you enjoying it so far, Stace?
Yeah, I really like it. I just love the narratives that you get, and each one's different. I mean, I've played as the witch, so I have an idea and know what your destiny is. Yeah. But...
yeah, I have no idea what your one is because I was the huntsman before.
Yeah. But even though I know what your destiny is, what I do has no effect on it.
Yeah, and I've got 2 destinies, so you don't know which one I'm pursuing.
Yeah.
So although you know what they are, you didn't finish either of them.
No.
So you don't necessarily know how to get there. And
True.
yeah, I agree.
Love the narrative.
I love the narrative. It's basically like Seventh Continent, which obviously I featured on the channel, just with far more narrative, which is something I said in the review I really wanted from Seventh Continent. It's a bit vague and a bit, here's somewhere to go, here's a clue, go and explore. Whereas this one is far more focused, and I think thanks to the app, I don't think it could function this well without an app.
It's like you're just playing an RPG on a game board.
Yeah, it's certainly the closest feeling to a video game I've had since I've got in the hobby.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to put a solo video up on Tuesday because the game has a solo mode. And again, I won't do the full quest. I'll do like the first 30 minutes again, just to give you an idea of how the solo gameplay differs. But we're going to leave it there in terms of this video. So thank you very much for watching. Look after yourself, stay safe, and have a good one. Bye-bye now.
Bye.